favorite plant? It really depends on the seasons and what plants are really flourishing during different times, and also kind of what I need and what I feel drawn to during different times, I guess. And the more I learn about plants, the more I realize that, oh my gosh, there's so much more to know. And so they're this sort of endlessly unfolding story. Each plant has so much to teach, I guess. Yeah. So it's hard to pick a favorite one. Yeah. I love them all. How do I connect to the landscape and get a sense of place through my connection with plants? I think that since I'm not from here, and since I'm first generation Canadian on these lands, and also grew up in Algonquin territory, it's kind of a way for me to connect with this landscape. So to kind of read the stories of the landscape that are here. Just because I think there's all these stories buried in plants. When you walk along the coastline and you see a bunch of different plant assemblages, say there's an area where there's a bunch of silverweed, and then there's the native crabapple, and all of these sort of mixes of plants together, you just know that people have been cultivating that area for time immemorial, and that just really gives you a really good rooted sense of kind of the place and the people. And yeah, it makes me kind of feel more connected to that land, to know the other beings that exist there and are feeding that land, feeding off of that land. So yeah, I guess that's kind of the shortest way I can put it. Yeah, it definitely makes me feel really connected to the landscape. And this just feels like home now.